Lights, camera, action. Hi, I'm Sasha Joelle Johnson, and I'm a working stage and film actress here in Metro Detroit. I've been a part of several independent films, and I'm a part of multiple different theater companies, including like improv theater, children's theater, and things like that. Yeah. What made me get into acting? Whoa. Honestly, in high school, my freshman year, they put a sign-up sheet for Peter Pan, and I thought, Peter Pan, of course. Wouldn't anyone want to be in Peter Pan? So I've always had a performance background from being in dance and in bands. So I thought the arts was right up my alley. What type of roles do I normally play? I am lucky to not be typecasted. I am lucky to have versatile roles. I've played everything from a high school teacher to Cinderella to a bartender. So I really don't have a specific type. So the roles I typically go out for would be films surrounding anything with horror, suspense, thriller, drama. I definitely love invoking that emotion and wanting to be someone who brings out like the deeper feelings and make people cry and make people feel things and feel like the deepest parts of every emotion. So my process of getting into a character typically would be meditation. And I know that can sound kind of corny, but clearing your head and being in a space and an energy of pure like quietness helps me bring in ideas and helps me like relax and like free myself from myself, because right, I'm not me. I'm embodying a character. I'm embodying someone who's essentially fake but real and gonna be real to me and real on screen. My experience within the acting industry it hasn't been as bad as some, and it hasn't been amazing. I would say that typically when it comes to a more predominantly white cast, I am cast more as an extra or like a secondary character. And I've noticed that that's become a pattern to whereas there's predominantly like people of color or like a black cast, I typically have more speaking parts and things like that. So yeah, that's pretty tough. When I am working with predominantly white casts within whether it's theater or film, I feel kind of in competition. Oh, they're supposed to be like my co-stars or like my castmates, but it really kind of ends up being this like, well, I got this part over you, so I'm going to treat you like this, or, you know, since you don't have that many lines, or since you're just this side character, you're not as important. Like, they don't take the time to work with me individually as much. And I've also noticed that in general, if like the director is a man or there's more men on set in general, the women, even if they're the main characters, they're placed secondary. I kind of want to get back to like the individualized attention. And I'll speak specifically within film because with theater, it's a little different. With theater, everyone knows that when you perform, that's it. Like you get one night to do this. If you mess up on stage, you gotta keep going and that's it. But with film, it's like, okay, cut, like let's do this again. Okay, I wanna get this shot, I wanna get that shot. So you have time to perfect it on spot. That's not really given to, I've noticed, people who may not be like considered the main characters. And that makes me feel a little bit less because it makes me feel like I'm not getting the time to show like what I'm here for and like what I'm made of. Like you casted me for a reason. Give me the same attention and the same work that you would the person with 50 lines as opposed to 5 lines. And again, there's also a race barrier. So that plays a big part in it too. And it's not that I've necessarily experienced overt racism, like it's not like that. It's more so undertones and microaggressions and things like that. So working with a male-dominated industry, especially a white male-dominated industry, which people don't think it is anymore because of all the art that's out there, and that's great, and that's amazing, that's wonderful. But I've been in those intimate settings, and it's not as progressive as we like to think. I would like to see the conversations that are centered around people of color within these films actually be written by more people of color. Oof. I would like to see that change. I would like to see writers in a room have a more diverse writing table. Because, you know, okay, if a white guy wrote it, or a man, and he wants to tell a story about a woman who grew up in the projects and she's on drugs, blah, 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 then actually go out and interview those people. I would like to see more hands-on and more real-time work when putting this energy in this type of films, to make it more authentic and more genuine, and have those people tell their own stories. I would definitely want women and girls to just remember to focus on yourself. Easier said than done, but when you work on being better and you work on getting better from within and improving your environment, staying healthy, like literally start from the basics. Like anything that you do in life is gonna be a reflection of who you are on the inside. And this is a hard job. I mean, we're always getting told no, we're always judged, we're always not right, or we're too right, or this, that, and the other. So I would say focus on yourself. And yes, essentially you are in competition with other people. There's gonna be people who look like you, who are showing up for the same role as you. But you know, none of that matters when you're taking the time to prepare, because what's for you will be for you.